It is 7 a.m. on the West Coast, 10 a.m. on the East Coast, 3 p.m. in London. New South Wales, it's 12 midnight, and in Malaysia, it's 1972. I'm Jay Sheldon, and I'm not wearing pants. Oh, my. Yeah, we made it. Believe it or not, we made it. I just got to be sure the stream is actually working. And in order to do that, okay, that looks good. Twitch looks good. YouTube looks good. Facebook, whatever. You know what? What happened when I was testing last night is Facebook suddenly ended. I don't know why. But so if that happens again, go to twitch.tv/JSheldonNoPants. And that's, guaranteed it will be up and running there. So if you're on Facebook, something happens, don't worry about it. Just move over to twitch.tv, JSheldonNoPants. You'll find me there. It's the same simulcast happening across all three platforms, YouTube, twitch.tv, and Facebook. Hi, happy Saturday, wherever you are on the planet. I am Jay Sheldon, and I'm not wearing pants. Good morning, Crystal Violin. Hello, nice to see you along for the ride here this evening. Yes, indeed. It is our 50th show. 50 shows. Woo-hoo! We've actually done 50. I cannot believe we did 50. Man, I'm telling you. Wow. We do 3 nights a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays. And we want to, right in the beginning, take care of some business, thanks to streambeats.com, where all the music you hear comes from. Although, I don't know what happened to the music in the very beginning. Suddenly we were playing it, and then it just dumped out. I don't know why. Whatever. Crystal says, just woke up 15 minutes ago. Well, I'm glad you made it in time. It's good to have you here. Wherever you may be, let us know in the chat where you are. Hell yes, 50. Yeah, 50. That's an accomplishment. We've got, let's see, I just added another follower today over on Twitch. So we've got well over 107 followers on Twitch. That's fantastic. Thank you so much for that, guys. Appreciate it. YouTube, I think we're over 350 subscribers, which is fantastic. Thank you. We're doing great on YouTube. And of course, Facebook, few hundred over there also. So that's cool. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Be sure you like, share, subscribe, whatever it is. Follow the stream. And let me just make sure I've got all this business taken care of and all this made sense. And yes, okay, cool. I can reduce that. I can dump that. We made it. Locus Pocus has joined us. Hey, Locus. Good to have you along here. All right. Very cool. We may or may not get to Peter Pan tonight because we have, as you probably know, a special guest. And he is coming up in just a few seconds. So depending upon how long he and I sit around and buffalo sandwich for a while, we'll see what happens. And whether or not we get to Peter Pan, it's all right, because no matter what, we will wind up back there again on next Tuesday when we have a fairly normal stream. But normal is not what this is going to be. Cain and Abel, Barnum and Bailey, Abbott and Costello, and Michael and Jay. Yeah, believe it or not, without further ado, let me introduce, live from New Jersey, Michael Sheldon. Michael, welcome to the stream. You are live. Oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that. I know you are kidding. He's faking this with the no audio thing.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, there you go. All right, smart guy. It is, wow, it's amazing. We've got more greetings, friends, from Mohammed. Hello, Crystal Violin.
Hello, Crystal Violin.
Locus Pocus is there. A bunch of folks popping in here tonight. Yes, this is my crazy, insane brother. He is my younger brother by how many years? I forget.
I don't know. How old are you?
103.
All right. Well, I am significantly younger than that.
Okay. No, I'm 63, I think.
So I'm bad at math. I'm 54.
54.
I don't know what is
All right.
that,
So
like
that is 6 plus
20
3
years.
is 7. 7 years, something like that. I don't know. We are 2 of 5 kids. I am the oldest, and Michael is the youngest. And then in between are Penny, Bonnie, and Kathy.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
Exactly. Oh, man. So we were born and bred in Connecticut, which is in the Northeast U.S., if you don't know that.
Yes, and we, at 17, we all had our jaws unhinged, you see.
Yes.
And we do it in Connecticut. It's a rite of passage.
It certainly is, yes, in Connecticut. Somehow, all of a sudden, that always sounds like Katharine Hepburn. Who,
from Connecticut.
From Connecticut, yes. But we both managed to escape. And in fact, I think we all escaped, didn't we? There's nobody left in Connecticut.
No, they had a parade when I left. The whole town came out. They had like pitchforks and torches.
Penny's in Colorado, right?
Colorado.
Bonnie and Kathy and Mom are in North Carolina. Asheville, which is where you spent some time. We'll talk about that in a while.
Most of my time.
Really? And Dad, of course, passed a few years ago in Arizona. So, yeah, we scattered all over the country. So, wow.
Yeah. Bunch of gypsies, like a bunch of damn gypsies.
We spent our childhood growing up in the hills of Cornwall, Connecticut. If you don't know, that's about halfway between New York City and Boston, Massachusetts. And it actually was a pretty wonderful place to grow up. It was a pretty cool spot. And in fact, we just Penny Martorell, who I know you know, Michael, was on the stream watching the other night. We had a chit chat.
Now, Penny is Cindy's sister.
Yes, right? Penny is Cindy's sister. You are correct.
Cindy Martorell used to make me laugh harder than anybody in the world. It was so funny.
Cindy or Penny?
Cindy. Cindy's the older one.
Yeah, Cindy's the older one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know what happened to Cindy. So I haven't been in touch with her in many, 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 many years, decades. So you went from Connecticut to where?
Well, I lived with Kathy in Asheville.
Right.
When I was like 17, Mom couldn't handle me anymore. And so Kathy agreed to let me move in with her down in North Carolina.
Right.
And that lasted about a year, and then she couldn't handle me anymore either.
Okay. Strike 2.
Yeah, so then I went back to Connecticut.
Okay.
Well, I didn't like doing things like going to school. And Kathy was always like, well, I don't know what to do with him because he skipped school and I come home and he's like reading Shakespeare on his bed. Or like, well, they're not teaching me what I wanted to know about. But anyway, so then I got sent back to Connecticut and then moved back to Asheville after high school.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was after high school.
Yeah.
And you, whoops, wait a minute. We got to turn you back on. There we go. Okay, there you go. Now you did the jaw thing now and it hurts, right? We can't help that. Not at all. Oh, man. All right, so Asheville, I know you spent some time in Seattle, Washington also?
Yeah, I lived there for 10 years.
You were like involved in the law?
Huh?
You were involved in the law office, law clerk? What the hell was that?
I was a judicial assistant at King County Superior Court. I know. Can you believe that? I had to wear a suit and a tie every day. But I wore fabulous vintage suits and ties. But yeah, I just sort of fell into that job, which isn't really a job that you fall into. I seem to fall into a lot of things. But yeah, I was working as a foot messenger, which is like a bike messenger, but on foot.
Right.
And
for the Superior Court.
Yeah, so for a law firm. So I got to know a lot of the clerks and stuff, and then they were like, hey, there's a job opening for this job you should apply for. And it turns out that, yeah, it was a judicial assistant. So I tracked the cases. Like when you open a civil case, you're assigned a judge, and then there's, the deadlines. So it was my job to make sure that all the filings had been done on time and set pretrial hearings and stuff. And remember, I don't know if I should say, I don't give a shit. Remember Mary Kay Letourneau?
Yes.
She was the teacher, and she had the affair with the student.
Yeah.
Something. He had a name.
Right.
And then she got pregnant.
Wasn't that Massachusetts or New Hampshire or something?
No, that was Seattle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then the judge, I think she was in jail, and the judge let her out. And then like the very next day she was caught with the student again in a van in a like abandoned parking lot or something.
Ain't nothing keeping those two apart.
I know, right? It was love. One of the judges I worked for was the judge on that case. The judge who had let her out of jail, and then she was found again. And the first day I worked in the court, the bailiff said, rule number 1, we do not mention Mary Kay Letourneau in this courtroom. And I was like, whoa, okay. But the funny thing is, it was, I'm not going to say her name just because I don't feel comfortable doing that. I'm not even sure why, but whatever. They made a movie about the whole Mary Kay Letourneau thing. And the judge was an Asian woman. And in the movie, she's like this kind of stereotypical Asian woman,
right?
Kind of large with like gray hair. And the actual judge was like this super fit. Like at lunch, she would just go running. Like the complete opposite of the way she was portrayed in the movie. But
wow.
And I don't even know why I'm talking about this.
No, it's fascinating.
Yeah, well, so what happened? I'm not even telling a story. And then I'm like, so what happened next? In my brain. So where my brain's going now with this. No, Seattle, there's a lot of earthquakes. Not a lot, but it's on like a major.
You don't think of earthquakes when you think of, California, yeah, but.
Yeah. Well, I shouldn't say there's a lot of earthquakes. But yeah, it's right on a fault line. And when I was living there, we'd had 2 kind of small ones.
Right.
And of course, I'd never been in an earthquake before, so it's so weird. Everything just kind of turns to liquid. Like,
weird. I've heard that, yeah.
And it seems like its atoms are changing, or something. The tables have atoms. I don't know. So we'd had 2, and I was like, this is not fun. Yeah. And then when I was working at the courthouse, they had dug a hole under the building for the bus tunnel. So it was always kind of like the joke that when the big earthquake hit, anyone in the courthouse was just going to be dead because there's no like seismic structure to the thing.
There's nothing below there, right?
Yeah. So like if an earthquake came, it would just like, we're all dead. So it was, what's the day after Mardi Gras? Ash Wednesday.
Right.
And okay, I might have been a little bit hungover from Mardi Gras.
You think?
Yeah. And I'm walking down the hall to my office, and all of a sudden everything just kind of starts going like, whoa, wonky.
Oh my.
And yeah, for the first second I was like, oh fuck, you should have just called out. Like, go get some hash brown or something, get some grease. And then I started to hear people screaming.
Great.
I was like,
Always helpful.
It's always good when you're walking to your office and you hear people screaming and you work in a courthouse.
Nice.
Cool. So I realized what was happening. I was like, oh, fuck, it's an earthquake. So I like ran to my office. My office mate, Monica, was freaking the fuck out. And I don't even like, I guess like when you learn things, it actually works. Cause I like grabbed her and like I throw her. I can't throw people, but I like grabbed her and like we both got under her desk.
Right.
And the place, oh my, I'm getting PTSD talking about it. The building was just like going back and forth. And
weird.
When the big one comes, if you're in the courthouse, we're all going to die. So I'm like under this desk thinking, this is how I'm going to die.
And Monica's
the day. We're going to die. And I'm like, no, we're not going to die, Monica. We're not going to die. And I'm like, we're going to fucking die. I look over. We had an office in or a window. We had an office in our window. We had a window in our office. And I look over and this crack starts going up the wall, around the bottom of the window, up the side of the window, up, and it's getting bigger and bigger. Like, we're gonna fucking die.
Wow.
So they say you're not supposed to leave the building when the earthquake stops. But I was like, Monica, we are getting the fuck out of here right now. So I grabbed her, and of course the elevators didn't work. So we're like going down the stairs, and there's like bricks and shit, and it was like a movie.
Yeah.
So we get to the bottom floor, and we're running through the lobby, and I learned that how I will react in an emergency is that I will push old ladies out of my way to get what I need to do, because that's exactly what I did.
Oh my God, you are cold. Cold.
I know, and I feel bad about it still. This was like in 1999, I think, and I still feel bad that I pushed this old lady out of my way. But anyway,
if it's you or the old lady, she loses.
She's old. I still had my life ahead of me at this point. Christ. And who knows why I was in the courthouse. She could have been a criminal anyway. But right as we're getting to the door, they're just starting to close the doors to make sure that everyone stays in the building.
Right.
But we made it out of the building. Yeah. And the reason you're not supposed to leave the building on a mansplain it is because if there's aftershocks, and then like, the glass all comes tumbling down in.
Makes sense.
But anyway, to make a long story short, as Mom would say after telling a half-hour story, that's the day I decided that I was not going to live in Seattle anymore.
Yeah, that might do it.
Yeah, it was crazy. In one of the courtrooms, the wall behind, they were in session, and the wall behind the jury box just like fell over into the stairwell. And the jury people were like, whoa, that's like...
Yeah. Not guilty, we're out of here.
Yeah, right, whatever. Yeah, so that was the day where I was like, okay, this is enough. And people were like, oh, you're going to go to the East Coast and there's hurricanes and tornadoes. And you know what? You get a warning.
I've been through a hurricane and a tornado, and I've not been through an earthquake, but I think I would take those over an earthquake. Because the earthquake, you're not really much of a warning, right? It's just bang.
No, yeah, I remember the first one, I was in a rehearsal, and I'd never been in one, and the room starts, like I said, it just started to like everything was
liquefy, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? They're like, oh, it's an earthquake. I'm like, oh, how pleasant. All right. Yeah, just very nonchalant. Oh, it's an earthquake. Like,
yeah. And that's the weird thing, too. People that have lived, like in Japan, people are like, yeah, it's an earthquake. Whatever. Mm-hmm. Next.
Yeah.
Hey, I got to say hi to Luna Amethyst. She mentioned a hello, and I want to acknowledge Luna Amethyst. Thanks. And thanks for the NSR plug there, too. Thank you for discovering the show and discovering me, and of course now discovering my crazy brother Michael, who's joined us tonight.
Not certifiably crazy or
anything. Well, maybe not certifiably. There's no paperwork, so yeah.
Dodge that bullet.
And by the way, Michael is on a Zoom call, so if suddenly we lose the Zoom call, we'll get reconnected, or we'll try to anyway. So we don't know what's happening. We haven't done this with Zoom before, but we decided it was safer than Skype. So because Skype is.
And if I get really bored, I can just hit leave and pretend that. Oh, I don't know what happened.
Lost the connection. Oh man.
I feel like
Okay.
it just told a really boring story. About
No, it
nothing
was not. It was fascinating, actually. I'm just trying to keep up with some of the chat here. You're lucky for the water temp in our shower works. Showerhead. They're talking behind the scenes. Holy hell, Michael, your backstory is wild.
That's just the beginning.
Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. Oh man.
I mean, thank you, thank you.
Yeah. So, you said the hell with earth-shaking Seattle, and
Yeah.
went where? Back to Asheville, or?
You know, I actually, this is kind of funny. I forgot that I lived in Columbus, Ohio for an entire year.
What? I didn't even know that.
Apparently, I didn't.
And you forgot.
Yeah.
So,
I was.
I guess Columbus is just that exciting.
No, Columbus is actually a really cool little city.
Oh, really?
It's beautiful. Yeah, it's
Huh.
beautiful, and there's a university there. I forget, Ohio State University, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
It's a big football town. Like, if
Right.
you want to do anything, I'll do it on a football Sunday because everything's dead.
Yeah.
But no, I was online, or maybe there was a commercial or something, and it showed Columbus, and I was like, oh, that looks like a cool place. And then I thought, and you lived there for a year.
Oops. Completely lost your memory of it.
Yeah, and it's weird. There's this cool neighborhood called German Village, which looks like a German village.
Strangely enough.
Great, but it's beautiful. It's all cobblestone streets and these
cool.
old. I don't think they're Victorian houses. I don't know when they're
That
from.
German architecture kind
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
When I first moved there, I'd be like walking around and I'd think, oh man, this is a beautiful, I should move here someday. And then I'd be like, oh, you just did. But yeah. But when I lived in Columbus, that's when I went to China.
Oh, that's right. You were in China for a while.
Yeah, it's weird because the thing is, I don't not remember going to China.
Right.
But I don't remember, like, I didn't remember where I was
But
together.
you also don't not remember being in China, which is just a short plane ride away from Malaysia, and not managing to get to Malaysia to come visit me.
Okay, well, it's not like a commuter plane.
Okay, no, it's not.
And there's a lot of things to do in China.
Yes, there is. And China's got a lot of places to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you doing in China?
Okay, so I had this boyfriend, Greg,
Uh-huh.
and he worked for this trucking company, but he wasn't a trucker. But I did have, he wasn't really anyway. So that's a different story.
That's another story for another time.
That is not for Twitch.
Okay. Right.
If I thought I could live there as well.
Wow.
So they flew me over for a month, and of course they paid for everything. And then we came back, and then I can't remember how this happened, but they decided I would be sent back for another month. So, which was fun because I got to spend 2 months in China. The part that wasn't fun was that it was literally like a week later. So the flight, is pretty freaking long.
Yeah, it's a good day's travel. Yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
You like eat all the food and watch all the movies and read everything, and then
an hour later, now what do I do with the next 23 hours?
Yeah, now you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I did the same thing coming to Malaysia twice.
Yeah. So I flew back, and then a week later flew back over again for another month.
But people were asking, what was it like living in China? I've never been to China actually myself.
It was cool.
Do you speak the language?
No.
Yeah.
I learned enough to get by before I went because I am not an ugly American. So I learned yes and no and how are you, and learned how to say I am a vegetarian just in case.
Not an easy
But
thing to be in China, I would add.
no, but I thought like if I'm a really adventurous eater. Like I'll eat anything.
Right.
You might like it. Who knows? But I thought like maybe this is racist, but I was like, if I get in a situation where there's some like food that I just don't want to eat, I could always just say I'm a vegetarian. So, but it was so freaking cool. Greg would have meetings and crap all day. He'd be at work.
Right.
I remembered his name. So I would just like walk. You don't really have an agenda. I just
Where in China were you?
In Shanghai.
Oh,
Excuse
Shanghai,
me.
Okay.
In Shanghai, yes.
Yeah.
And then in Hong Kong and Beijing and Xi'an, where the terracotta warrior sculptures
Oh
are.
yeah. Cool.
Yeah, not sculptures. I don't
You
know.
you saw that?
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. It was undescribably delicious. It's just crazy. In Beijing, we stayed at a government hotel, and our bags and stuff were gone through.
Lovely.
So, yeah, Greg was one of those people who like everything is folded a certain way and everything goes a certain way. And we got back to our room one day, and he was like, "Someone's been in our room and been through my bags because that does not go there."
Welcome.
And then you'd be like walking down the hall, and you'd be like, "Someone's following us," and you turn around, and there's someone just like wiping the wall. Like, but it's beautiful, and people were like really nice. Everyone wanted to speak English with you, which was cool. But yeah, just to have 2 months to like discover someplace that I'll never go back there probably, but I mean, but it was what I meant was it was an amazing opportunity.
Yep. So when did you wind up back in Asheville? Because you did some I mean your career has been kind of like actually probably worse than mine. You've had a jumble of all kinds of courthouse jobs and everything in between. But you have done a number of theater pieces and some. How about for the screen? Have you done anything for the screen? Basically, in the other part of your life, you've been acting. So, how's that going?
Going at all. It's frozen. It's just intermission. Whatever.
But you did what was the, I can't remember the name now. There's a musical with a rock band.
Hedwig?
Hedwig, yes, that.
Yeah.
Because you did that for quite a while, right?
Well, it was like a 30 show run or 35 show run, I think.
Is that a lot? Sounds like it.
Bit. Yeah, we did. It was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we did 6 shows 5 days a week for a little over a month. Yeah, it was awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, if you have an opportunity to see that play, you should see it. They made it into a film too. The play's always better. Yeah, it's like a monologue with music, and it's as a rock musical, but it's a rock musical. The music doesn't suck.
Yeah.
A lot of rock musicals are like
Very true. Yeah.
But this is like, yeah, the music and it's awesome, and the message of it is incredible. It was kind of a life-changing show. You can't like tell a story like that many times and then walk away as the same person.
Yeah.
It's about like accepting yourself, however you are or however you end up.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah. There's always been the theater, no matter what else is going on.
Right. I actually, as you know, in high school, and it stopped after, well, a little bit after I did like Sharon Playhouse community theater stuff, summer stock, a few shows. But I have, to this day, I still miss doing that. I miss the boards.
Well, then you should do it.
Yeah, it doesn't happen a whole lot here. Some, but not
make
much.
it happen.
Yeah, true. Should do that.
All you need are some lights and a chairs.
There you go. What else in your crazy theater career have you accomplished?
Well,
I know there's been a ton of stuff.
Yeah, there's been a lot of things. I did like I performed as this drag character for over 20 years.
I was saving Cookie for later, but okay.
Oh, okay. We'll talk about that. But like recent shows I've done that I liked, 'cause I was in this musical called Fun Home, which is a really cool musical about it's based on a true story of this lesbian not comic, but what do you call someone who draws comics?
Comic book artist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The true story of her and her dad, who was in the closet and also gay, who killed himself by stepping in front of a truck. It's a really happy, uplifting musical.
Yeah.
And I work a lot with a company in Delaware. I'm an ensemble member called Bootless Theater, Bootless Stageworks. Sorry.
Bootless, okay.
Yeah, they do a lot of kind of fringy. They say they're in a we are. See, I am a part of that theater. It's not they. We are an adult contemporary theater. So a lot of kind of not controversial, but like challenging and shows that wouldn't get done other places.
Stuff that makes you think, kind of.
Exactly. Yeah. And we also every summer, well, not this past summer and probably not this summer because it's just intermission.
15 days to stop the curve.
Yeah, that happened. But we do it's called the Bloody Summer Musical. And it started with The Evil Dead, the musical, which if you ever have a chance to see The Evil Dead, the musical, you should do it. It's a musical spoof of the Evil Dead zombie movies. And we used 20 gallons or more of stage blood in each show.
Oh my God. And, I have a few friends who would absolutely love that. They would go just for that.
Yeah, I've since the first time I did it, I've said like I would do this show until they have to like wheel me on in a stretcher. Like, but there's a it's called the Splatter Zone, and when you do the play, the first 3 rows are the Splatter Zone. So people actually pay extra to sit there.
Right.
And, so the blood from the stage just goes all over the audience of the stage. You actually have it rigged up so that there's like a hose system above the stage.
Right.
So in the last big musical number, which is like the last zombie battle, blood rains from the ceiling.
Oh man! Wow.
A really funny spoof, and the music is really fun and funny.
All based on a Walking Dead sort of thing.
Exactly, yeah. And we do a spoof of Shaun of the Dead, a musical spoof of the movie Shaun of the Dead called "You've Got Red on You."
No,
and
okay.
Yeah,
You've Got Red on You.
The Texas Chainsaw Musical.
What is it with you and bloody musicals?
Well, you know, whenever I call Mom and I'm like, hey, I'm in another show, and I'll start to tell her about it, and Mom's always like, Jesus Christ, Michael, can't you just do The Sound of Music? Why you always gotta do these out there, murder, abortion, blah, blah, blah. Whatever happened to fucking Camelot?
Sound of Music. Yeah. South Pacific.
The
Music
Sound of
Man.
Music. Yeah, I don't know. I just like the more fringy stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, more interesting.
Well, because we don't have a whole lot of time here, and I don't know as how long
Are
this.
you cutting me off?
No, I'm not at all. Whoa.
You're like, he's ruined my show. We just lost all of our subscribers.
No, in fact, I've never had so many viewers. It's going great. By the way, somebody mentioned they couldn't hear you on the B cam. It's okay. I fixed that. So now we should.
Oh, I'll start over again.
No. Oh man.
We'll start from the bad joke where I was pretending that I.
Yeah.
You missed the best parts.
I know. Let's do move on to back in. Did Cookie start in North Carolina, in Asheville?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
But
just give us the background of who is Cookie LaRue.
Oh, jeez, that takes a long time.
The Reader's Digest version.
All right. Do you want large print since you're 60, whatever?
Yeah.
I'll talk loudly and slowly.
Thanks.
I shouldn't have got on this flight tonight. So, for 20-something years, I performed as Cookie LaRue, who was this character that I created. I think the best way to explain her is one night after a show, someone said to me, Michael, Cookie isn't an entertainer, she's an irritainer. She's dead now.
Right.
She died of ego overdose on neglect. She, in her mind, was a huge celebrity. It's unclear whether that was in the 50s, 60s, or 70s, because she would tell you anything depending on like if it was in her best interests. But she thought of herself as a very talented actress, singer, and model, and she was absolutely none of those things. And yeah, she was just a really annoying, hideous person.
But funny as hell.
Oh yeah, but just funny as all get out. Yeah, so we actually started off, this friend of mine had a friend who was drawing this cartoon character called Annette that I thought was really funny. So I thought, well, I'm going to draw a cartoon. I'll steal this idea. So I tried drawing these cartoons about this woman, Cookie, but I can't draw. And then I saw a drag show and I was like, oh, wait, you're an actor and you could just be her since you can't draw her. So yeah, so then I started doing that.
And Cookie was born.
And she was born. And at first I would just lip sync.
Right.
But I would like fuck with the songs. Like Connie Francis's Where the Boys Are. But I did it with a huge mattress strapped on my back. And Patsy Cline's I Fall to Pieces. And I had like soft sculpture arms and legs, and like through the song an arm would fall off. And then but then I started singing live, and
right.
Which was fun because you could fuck with the songs more and you could mess with the lyrics and stuff.
And there's not a whole lot of Cookie LaRue out there on tape.
And what is out there is awful, so don't watch it.
That is not true.
It is not filmed by drunk people in bars.
There is one recording of Cookie LaRue, doing Killing Me Softly.
Oh yeah, that was from
that is one of the funniest things I've seen.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
I don't know how, if you are so inclined to folks watching in. It's on YouTube, and I don't know what you'd search. Probably Cookie LaRue.
Search talent.
Yeah, search talent. Cookie LaRue and Killing Me Softly. And once you find it, you won't be able to miss it.
And you will know. But don't watch anything else because the rest of them are just trash. And I was kind of trashed in most of them. That song was from a show I did that was called, it was originally called Between Iraq and a Hard Place.
Right.
So it was during the Iraq War.
Yeah.
And then I decided that I didn't want to do like a political show. So I changed the name to Between Iraq and a Hard.
RACK.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But please do check that out because it is funny as hell. Just fair warning, it's adult audience only. But
oh yeah.
But it's well worth the time. It's
one other time I came off stage after a show and someone was like, "Is there anything you won't do on stage?" Not yet.
Not so far. Oh man.
Yeah, I did a show.
You actually toured, right?
Nah, not really.
You went on tour with Cookie?
No.
No?
It was mostly in Nashville.
Okay.
Although I had the most horrible show one time in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Okay.
Oh my Lord. It was raining. There's more to it than that. It was raining and the dressing room was like 2 feet wide, maybe. And the rain was coming in through the dressing room. And we got there and the show director was just like tweaked out of her mind. Like just hi. And we were like, are we getting paid for this? And, she snorted all our money. And she opens the door to the dressing room, a closet, and there's what appears to be a raccoon hanging off the wall. And Natalie Smalls, the performer I was with, was like, "What the fuck is that?" And I can't remember the show director's name. She's like, "That's my Tina wig." Like Tina as in Turner or Tina as in like, Tina.
Oh.
But anyway, that was inappropriate.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And
I do a show every 6 months. Cookie had her own bar too called LaRue's Backdoor.
I was just going there, yeah.
Yeah.
That was in Nashville.
It was in Nashville, yeah. It was called LaRue's Backdoor because it was behind another bar and you had to enter through the back door. Oh. So it was not called that for any dirty reason.
Yeah, get your mind out of the gutter.
Yeah. But that was fun because then I had a bar where I could just like do a show whenever.
You could be your own headliner, right?
Exactly. No. Not that I couldn't have gotten booked otherwise, but
of course.
Yeah. But I would do a show like every 6 months. It wasn't like a regular drag show. Right. It was just me because it's other people. but they all were.
You had a pianist and Frankie or something. Still do.
It was an organist
okay.
because, but it was all just for a joke because his name was Frankie Sits on the organ. Yes, nice. That's the level of humor, everybody.
That's some irritainment.
That is irritating, yeah. But yeah, I did a show one time, and they were like, I don't know, 90-minute shows or something.
Right.
I did one that was entirely from bed, so I did the stage to look like a bedroom. It was called One Night Stand, and I never got out of bed for the whole show. Like when the audience came in, I was sleeping in the bed, and then, like the whole show was just me in bed.
Nice. I did my morning show from bed once. Yeah.
It was nice because you're just in bed. There's only so much you can do in bed.
Yeah.
There was one called Broadway Bound and Gagged, which was all about Cookie LaRue's alleged Broadway career, which may or may not have happened, and her struggles to make it on Broadway. There was one called Can You Dig It, which was a live recreation of Cookie LaRue's Emmy Award-winning 1973 television special.
Oh.
And in that show, all of her special guests from the television special were now dead. So it was like Michael Jackson and Karen Carpenter and Cher. No, Cher's not dead.
Oh, Cher's not dead.
She can't kill plastic. But so like she would like, and now our next guest star, ladies and gentlemen, Cameron Carpenter. And then Frankie would be like, Cookie. So I'll do it. So then I would like sing a Carpenter song. Yeah.
Oh man.
We gave out door prizes. One of the door prizes for one show was I took a pair of glasses and took out the lenses and put wax paper in them. And, if you won the door prize, you got to watch the rest of the show in Streisand vision.
Nice. Oh man.
Yeah.
So that sadly came to a huge crashing finale.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
It was quite a while ago. 10 or 12 years ago.
Oh wow.
I just kind of got sort of over it. Like I did it for 20 years, and then I was like, I'm just doing the same shit, and I couldn't come up with anything. And
right.
And yeah, the other thing is that like you kind of get pigeonholed as like a drag queen. And
true.
Yeah. Whatever. Like, I'm pigeonholed. I get to do this. People pay me for it. How awful.
So you gave that up, shut that down. Cookie died.
So I actually, I just kind of to see if I would want to do it again, because I don't know, right? The Bootless Theater did a telethon or an internet-a-thon that Cookie did a few hours of, and did some songs, and after I did it, I was like, no, don't want to do it anymore.
Been there, done that, no thanks.
Yeah. Although it did do the unbelievably beautiful song of That's What Friends Are For. Do you know that song?
Yeah. Dionne Warwick and Stevie Wonder.
So she sings that song, and then when it comes up to the chorus, That's What Friends Are For, there's a huge knife sticking out of her back. Yeah.
Nice.
Shit like that.
Yeah. So bring us up to the last 10 years and today and what's happening there.
Let's see. Well, here I am in South Jersey.
Yeah, what the hell are you doing in South? Who goes to South Jersey?
Me. Yeah. South Jersey is actually really beautiful. When people think about New Jersey, they're like, they think about like...
People joke about Jersey all the time, but there's some very beautiful places in Jersey.
Yeah. I live in the middle of the woods. Well, not in the middle of the woods, in a development in the middle of the woods. But
cool.
It's South Jersey. It's called the Pinelands, and it's miles and miles and miles and miles and miles of nothing but these beautiful pine forests. Wow. And occasionally there'll be like a car with a dead body in it from a mob hit.
Oh, well,
other than that. Yeah. So yeah, I live here, and I teach. I can't say I teach because I am not a teacher, but I lead groups of adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities and who are on the autism spectrum in music and theater and all things performing arts.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's my daytime
That's
job.
got to be rewarding as hell.
It's rewarding as hell and hard, and you get hit and spit on and things thrown at you. But we do a talent show every year.
There's always that.
There's always that. And then, like, I haven't been doing any theater because there isn't any. But I have a show in September.
Oh, cool. What's that?
Yeah. It is a play that's called I Am My Own Wife.
Okay.
It's a one-person show. God, I hope I can actually learn it. It's based on the true story of a woman named Charlotte. I can't remember her last name. From Germany, who was actually a man who lived as a woman and survived the Holocaust, the East Berlin, other things. And it's a one-person show. We play 36. I play 36 characters, I think.
Wow. Have you done that kind of a one-man show before? Have you done like a one-person show before?
Hedwig is a one-person show with a band.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's a cool show. Like you start off really liking this person, and then as the show goes on, you realize like, oh, she survived at any cost. So it turns out wasn't the nicest person.
So that's coming up in September?
In September, yeah.
And
but I mean, it's all in theory now. It was supposed to be last February, so we'll see if it's in September. I don't.
So there's no way that people can like get tickets now or find out more about it, or
no. But you can go to bootless.org, maybe. Google Bootless Stageworks and give us some money.
Okay. Let me get that. Bootless, Bootles.
Yep.
Bootless.
Like you don't have boot.
Stageworks.
Stagework.
Just in case they are based in
Wilmington, Delaware.
Okay, Wilmington, Delaware.
And they pay. And we pay.
Check them out. Bootless Stageworks, Wilmington, Delaware. Donate if you can. And that is where this show will happen when it happens?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So
actually, we did do a show during the shutdown.
Right.
Last summer, we there's this 2-person show. It's called Stella. Another show based on a real life person who was also in drag. Like slowly getting away from drag.
But very slowly.
Very slowly, yeah. It was perfect for the pandemic because it's a 2-person show. They're on opposite ends of the stage. They never interact at all. It's like 2 competing monologues by the same person, one when they're old and one when they're young. So we put all kinds of precautions in, and I think our house was like 15 people.
Jeez.
Yeah, but who cares? We're doing it. And everyone was distanced, and we had air filters and masks and all the precautions we could take, and we got some audiences for it.
Cool.
Yeah, that was a depressing play.
So okay, so you have this 1-person show coming up. What else? What else is on the menu for Michael?
That's it.
That's it.
Sitting in the woods. My life in the woods has been ruined.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's this. Yeah.
And will you ever get to Malaysia? Right now you can't because there's no tourism going on here. But
yeah, nobody can.
Yeah, nobody goes anywhere. But
I don't know how long is it.
Once the walls come down, it's another day. It's a full 24 hours of travel for sure.
Jesus.
Unless Elon Musk or something creates one of these, 2-hour plane ride things.
Yeah, that would be cool. Then you're like, well, I made it.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, just think. That might not be too bad.
Actually, you're right. That wouldn't be a bad idea if suddenly all this got pulled back. Yeah.
Remember when Mom used to do that? She'd be like, how would I look with a facelift?
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah, like an alien.
And I'm at that stage now.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know how to reply to that.
No, honesty is, incredible. If people want to get in touch with you, how can they do that? Don't? Okay, so don't. Just don't. Don't bother. He's not interested.
I don't know. What would they want to get in touch with me for?
I don't know. Do you have a web page?
Are you paying?
Are you hiring? You got a Facebook page? Is there?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm on Facebook.
My audience loves sending things and emailing things and doing artwork of people and things. So.
Oh, cool. Yeah. No, you can. I'm on Facebook. My name. And
you have a very cool Instagram account.
Yeah, I kind of stopped doing that because I got bored with it.
Oh, don't get bored. It is so cool. I love what you post. What?
Yeah, for a while on Instagram, I was just filming myself saying things.
No, but it was funny as
I don't know
hell.
how to describe it.
It is hard to describe, but it's very, very funny.
I mean, like,
So
this
how can
is
they?
a lighter.
Yeah, this is a lighter. This is a coffee cup. This is not an orange.
You wake up in the morning.
What is the Instagram? You got to put it out there. People got to.
It is, yeah, okay. Yeah, because I want more Instagram followers.
Yeah.
I want to be an influencer. It is not the robots.
Not the robots.
Yeah.
NOTTHEROBOTS. Not the robots.
Yes, not the robots.
Okay. On Instagram, that's where you will find Michael's very wacky, very unusual Instagram account. But you got to check it out and subscribe. Follow him.
Yeah, and do the same for him or not. I guess you already did, so I don't have to tell you that.
Yeah.
But make me an influencer. That would be great.
Sure.
That'd be so much fun. I get free stuff.
It doesn't work that way, Michael.
Send me free stuff.
Oh, man. All right. This has been a lot of fun. It's been insane, but a lot of fun. What do you got? Oh, my God. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
That's from when I was when I had my bar.
That is very cool.
By the great artist Peter Parpin. He designs really cool furniture too.
Very nice. You know, that reminds me, I don't think I can get it to work. And if I do, I will probably screw it up. But let me see if I can do this without making everything explode.
Oh, no.
Yeah, hold on. Go back there. Like I said, I don't know if this is going to work or not, but we'll try.
What is it?
Clipping, random shots, odds and ends. Nope, that's not it. Hang on. Can
we talk about me some more?
Yes, we can. I just got to find...
Here, while he's doing that, you guys, I'm trying to pick out new glasses.
New glasses?
Yeah, I just got these. But
okay, you got to be on camera for that, so I'll leave you on camera before I switch over to the other one.
There's these ones.
Like a tortoiseshell thing. I kind of like those. Those are not bad.
They're a little too, like, arty-farty old gay guy.
They are that. Maybe trying too hard. Folks, in the chat, let Michael know which frames you like better. We'll call that frame number 1. Somebody said they look distinguished.
Oh, thank you. So these are like the opposite of what I have, right?
Yeah, although I kind of... No. Yeah, that's not bad.
I don't know,
they're a bit hipster.
Yeah.
If that's what you're going for.
I'm just going to cut my eyes out. All right. It's from Warby Parker.
Warby Parker.
If I was an influencer, they would just send these to me for free.
Free stuff. Why not?
Anyway.
Hip. Somebody said hip, and Locust Pocus said hip and approachable. The clear ones. They look hip and approachable.
I like being approachable.
Those look like the other. Oh no, they're more.
They have like some blue in them.
Yeah. A little hard to tell, but that's not bad.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know.
I'm not big on the dark frames, though.
Yeah. Oh, great.
Your
opinion matters. Yeah. This is for my new fans.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm just going to show one more because...
Oh, no, you won't like this. Somebody described it. Locust Pocus says the last one looked a bit 50s dad.
Oh, dear.
Maybe that's what you're going for, though. I mean...
Maybe.
You know.
Ward, I'm worried about the beaver. And these are brown.
I like those. The brown is cool with your ginger hair stuff.
Yeah.
By the way, when you get to my age, your hair will do this. with the white.
Oh,
and the yeah. 'Cause
oh
you still
yeah.
have all the red. I was the same red as you growing up and throughout.
There's gray in there now.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch in
Who
there.
knows what the hell else is? Probably a Cheerio in there. An olive from last night's cocktail.
They like the last set. They like the last frame, by the way.
I like these too.
Yeah, they like those.
Sorry, I hijacked your show to be about my glasses.
It's quite all right. Do that all you like, no problem. Yeah, they like those. Yep.
All right, I'll get these.
Cool. All right, I gotta switch over. You're not going offline. You're just not going to be on camera for a moment, and then I gotta switch over here. I know. But then give me a second, because then you will be on camera. I am showing a picture of you. No. I wish I knew how old you were in this picture. Yes, this was me doing a magic show. I did magic for a while. And yes, you in the box. That picture is still there. This is me. Hold on. Let me get back over here. This is me doing a magic show for, I think it was the Tim Driscoll March of Dimes telethon. We were big TV stars. And so this is the box. This is a giant sword. There's more swords here. There's another one stuck in the box over here. I know you can't. I'm sorry. Go to jsheldon.com. Look under images. So this is, this is Michael here inside the box. As you can see, he barely fits in there. He takes up all the space of the box. We close the doors, and then his brother Jay here, who has a proper magician's goatee, sticks swords all in the box, all around, top, sides, bottom, and then takes the swords out, and miraculously, Michael is still there and still alive when he comes. Okay, Michael, you're back on. So yeah, that was.
Do you know how to do that trick?
That was too long ago. I thought I had another one here of you, but I guess I don't. I've got me, Bonnie, and Kathy.
Fine.
But I'm missing you. It was our modeling days. So
typical. Well, and with our baby books.
Oh, which I have mine.
Okay. Your baby book is like this thick.
Yes.
And then Kathy's is like this thick.
Right.
And then Bonnie's like that thick. And Penny's. And then Mom's like, yeah, I think we took pictures of Michael. I don't know.
Yours is a single pager, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So people understand. Way back when, there would be baby books, and in fact,
back when there were books.
Yeah, back when there were books. Physical books.
Mommy, what were birds?
And so parents or mothers would keep pictures and stats and data and how much you weighed and how long you were and all that stuff and pictures. And like I said, I'm the oldest of 5 kids, and Michael is the youngest. And as Michael said, appropriately so, because it's absolutely true. It's my baby book, Kathy, Bonnie, Penny, and then Michael had a 1-sheeter. So, yeah.
Lucky to have that.
Lucky to have that. You're exactly right.
Right.
Man.
That explains a lot, people. That explains a lot. Love me. God damn it, I tried. I can't. I just want a picture of me as a baby. I'm sorry, I'll just shut it.
All right, listen, we're going to close out the show here, but we've had a hell of a time.
Soon. Can I come back next week?
You can come back as often or whenever you like. It was a lot of fun.
Maybe I'll get my own fucking Twitch show.
There you
That'll
go.
show you, Mr.
There you go.
Big Baby Book.
And you can stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturday nights at 10 a.m. your time.
At 10 a.m.
Yes, 10 a.m. your time, p.m. my time. So
just see about that.
It is what you're 12 hours behind, right? It's about 11 o'clock in the morning there.
It is 11 in the morning, in this beautiful morning.
And my 11 p.m. and the day is just about to end. But it was a good day, so you should have a good day ahead.
Oh, good. Good to know.
All right. Michael, thank you so much for joining. It was a blast. Lots of comments and things here. The playback will be on Facebook Live, I'm Not Wearing Pants, on YouTube, of course, and twitch.tv will be over there also. As soon as our stream ends, then you'll be able to watch the playback. So that'll be
in perpetuity.
In perpetuity. It's the internet.
We need to discuss the rights
forever. Yeah.
We need to discuss some rights and payment and things like that.
Yeah,
but we'll
absolutely.
do that off cam.
We'll do that off cam. Yeah. Please come back. Please do. It was a lot of fun. We'll talk about many.
I'm still things. Here. What are you talking about? Come back.
You're about to not be. All right.
As Cookie Lover would say, thank me.
Thank you. Thank me.
Thank me.
Thank me. We will see you again on Tuesday night. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. Thanks for the comments and the shares and likes and subscriptions. Appreciate that very much. We will see you again on Tuesday night.
And on Tuesday night, you can find me on I Don't Even Know What Pants Are, my new Twitch cast.
I dare you. I dare you.
I don't even know what pants are. That's going to be the name of it. So we'll just see how this plays out.
Yeah, we'll see. All right. That's it, guys. Thanks so much, everybody. We'll see you again next time. Michael, thank you for joining. Thank you. Don't go away. Don't hang up.
Sorry to cut into your Peter Pan.
You absolutely did not. It was a pleasure. We'll see you next time. I'm Jay Sheldon, and I'm not wearing pants. Good night.